And this particularly intrigued me because a lot of my research is to do with other forms of entity encounters with children. Children, when they encounter what a character called Michael J. Halliwell called quasi-corporal companions, QCCs, or more jokingly, the Invisi kids. And this is where children have friends, invisible friends. And we know lots of children have had these. And it's because the imagination of a child is broader. But not only that, I'd argue that from the experiments I was talking about earlier on, there's something else about children's brains that's of profound importance here. And again, I'm probably one of the few writers in the world that's talking about this. And it's to do with myelination of the brain and myelination of the neurons. Now, the neurons, I think, are there to, as we said, close the brain down, to stop you having a broader experience of reality. Myelination is the insulation of the neurons. It's like, imagine a neuron's like an electrical cable. In order to keep the electrical current inside, you need to insulate it. And this is what myelin does within the brain. It insulates the neurons from the outside world. But for children, they don't have that myelination. It starts when they're a child, which means that their neurons, and I'd argue their astroglial network, is open far more to other stimulants, other ways of seeing the world. And this is why children have great imaginations. This is why children feel there are ghosts under the bed. You remember as a child, the world you lived in as a child was timeless. Time went forever. The summers lasted forever. And the beings and things you saw seemed to be real. Now, I believe there are some people, as they get older, they don't, the myelination maybe doesn't happen in quite the same way. And they continue to be able to perceive these entities as they get older. Now, initially, they will interpret them as being playmates. They'll interpret them in many ways. They won't have the cognitive ability to link them to greys or aliens because they won't know about that within their worldview. But as soon as they start to do this, suddenly they'll start making associations with these entities and they will label them as being aliens.